And tonight we're joined by the great Mike Centrone from Dehumanized fame. Thank you, Michael, for hanging out with us tonight, dude. I was excited to have you on after with our correspondence. Dehumanized has been a band that I've loved since high school. We were just talking about that, and George actually is an acquaintance of mine. We haven't spoken in years, but I was in touch with him. Me and my good friend Dan Kenny, and yeah, always been a fan of Dehumanizes music. So it's really cool that you are on the show now and you can tell us about your time with the band and all that. And also, you're an author too. And actually, we should do the plugs real quick. Let's do that. And Michael, for you, dude, what's up with you? Where do you want people to go online to Dehumanize merchandise? Where they could find your book and all that kind of books.
Well, first of all, likewise, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. Yeah, with Dehumanized, I mean, really the only merch page that I know that's still active is the Bandcamp page. And really the only thing that's available there is just, the Beyond the Mind album in digital and CD form. We don't really have, a big cartel store anymore. The band broke up 3 years ago, so there's really, not much online where you find like Dehumanized merch, from us. I think Brutal Minds is pressing like a split demo soon with us and Skinless or something, our classic demos.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. They also printed, some new long sleeves, with a John Zig design and all that. So I guess, yeah, you can check out Brutal Minds. They have some fresh Dehumanized stuff.
Is that going to be a Skinless, the old Skinless demo as well? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sweet,
So,
dude.
I saw that split. Yeah, that thing.
Classic demos from both bands. As far as my book goes, it's my second poetry collection. It's titled Powerless Machine.
Nice.
Right here, I got an author-proof copy.
Nice.
Just to give you guys an idea what it looks like. Emily Levine did the cover. That dude looks mad, depressed, debilitated, dehumanized, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
She did a fantastic job with the artwork. It's available on Amazon, in ebook and obviously in paperback. Right now, the pre-order is live for the ebook. For some reason, Amazon doesn't let physical copies of books be available for pre-order. I don't know why. But yeah, Powerless Machines, my second poetry collection. It's available on Amazon. November 15th is the official release date. That's where,
Nice.
you can actually pick up the paperback, the physical copy. When Dehumanized broke up, it was weird. It was like something clicked in my head where I just said to myself, maybe it's about time I start publishing shit, because for all my life, I have been writing. And whether it's poetry, or whether it's journaling, whether it's short stories, comedy, and most of it I never really shared with anybody. But then when Dehumanized broke up, something clicked in my head and I was like, maybe I should start just publishing some of this shit. And then once I started to get into that arena, and then I came across that book, The War of Art, it really inspired me and motivated me to really be more disciplined and write every single day, literally write every day. And because really, ultimately, this is what I want my career to be. I want to be a writer.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, I kind of have to become that before I become it in reality.
That goes back to the programming thing that you're talking about. You're programming yourself.
But also more like neural passageways or something would be you're putting yourself in places of discomfort. You know what I mean?
And that's where I go with that whole, I'm an antenna that is, how my connection to the muse or whatever you want to call it, it was thick at that time. You got to sit and be quiet and just wait.
Yep.
And it's heartbreaking too when that happens. We've all done that. We've all said, you know what, or you're
definitely
too busy.
Heartbreaking for sure, dude.
Oh, for sure, dude. Because
you're stoked on it.
You were so stoked on it, and you're like, oh, this was something great that I can't conjure up again.
You've broken your own heart, dude.
And also a lot of times, like, yo, I'll wake up from sleeping and I'll have a riff in my head. I'll have a fucking section in my head, you know, and it'll just be gone within minutes. And it's just, that's it. Like, I lost my chance, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, even Rich, you know, my old guitar player from Dehumanized, he would do something similar. He would carry you know, on his phone, he would sing literally a riff idea into his phone and record it.
Yep.
And then bring it to practice, or, you know, when he got home, you know, he would start fucking around with it and go from there. Very important, man. When you get these ideas, you get these inspirations, it's very important to recognize it in the moment.
Capture
that shit. Yeah, like
we do when we have computers in our fucking pocket. So like,
exactly,
might as well nowadays, you know.
No excuse.
Like,
yeah, my original passion was writing, always.
What do you think, Anthony?
Cypress Hill's sick, dude.
We can
way more into hip hop when you guys were grunging out, dude.
Yeah.
Talk that too. I was big into 90s hip hop also at the same time, man.
Hell yeah.
Wu-Tang, Biggie, you know.
I mean, that's the reason why I started writing poetry, dude, is because of hip hop.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, speaking of Dehumanized, you know, we are heavily influenced by you know, the hip hop genre, especially the 90s hip hop genre. That's right. Where a lot of the groove comes from with Dehumanized. You know, we
fuck yeah, Wu-Tang.
You'll catch me, yeah, you'll catch me listening to ODB and shit, you know, fucking cruising around to Mobb Deep, and you know, and
that's what's up, dude.
My roots. That's just my roots.
Yeah, you know, it's like
it really reminds me of the Archaic Revival by Terrence McKenna. Have you ever read that book?
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, you should definitely get into that, dude. That's exactly what Terrence talks about. Sorry, I'm rolling a joint as I'm talking to you.
No, it's all good, baby.
He's probably texting. He's probably addicted to the phone more than I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm on Amazon ordering my new fucking whatever.
Like, I'm working with AI at my work. Like, I work with AI all the time.
You
like,
work with AI.
yeah. It's like everyone works with AI. It's like a simple algorithm that picks up and it just does it's like a dumb, it's like a, you know, not to say dumb, but like a factory line AI where it's like, okay, take the information, do this with it. It's not like a free thinking AI.
Say about AI.
I know. Well, it's like a, you know, whatever. It's not like it's
AI.
It's a scientist versus
scientist. Like,
I know. Sorry, Alexa.
Fast, dude. Yeah,
sorry, Alexa. I love you.
You better completely apologize to AI.
I know.
Right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, getting us more and more acquainted with machines and more acquainted with AI. That's begrudgingly what the future looks like. Sort of dystopian to me.
Everybody who listens to this podcast should know about Captured by Robots, and you should go. I've talked to the dude. We want to get him on. He's awesome, but basically, it's a whole band. He's actually programmed them to play like all the parts, and it's like super sick.
Oh,
but,
they're physically playing.
Yeah, but the whole thing is they're all about like, you know, like killing humans, or like your time is ending, like whatever it is, like we're coming for you, like or no, I mean he's like the lead singer's captured, you know, by the robots, and he's like has to sing. Like, I'm like, dude, it's so good.
That's funny shit.
That's rad.
We're maladapting, put out like fucking yesterday's trash. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah. I'm drinking now, so you have to listen to my bullshit.
Beard hair,
my neck hair.
If my old band Through the Discipline, we were doing a Canadian tour, and we were eating pizza at this, you know, pizzeria somewhere. And we're sitting there, and my guitar player is sitting across from me, and he reaches over onto my arm, and he pulls that one hair out, and he held it in his hand. He's like, "Wait, what is this?" I was like, "Yo, that's my hair." He's like, "I thought it was a piece of like cheese from the pizza."
It's like a stringy stretch.
Yeah. He's got a mozzarella hair.
Yeah. Yo, this has been the illest podcast. I think this is the best episode you guys have done. So,
what up?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, this is rad. I was like tired as fuck when I came on here, and then we just like sparked one thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't have good reading comprehension, and it just went like from there.
I think that really is the first thing you said too.
Yeah.
I don't really have reading comprehension.
Reading comprehension to where we're at right now, talking about body hair. I mean,
that's what's
a couple weeks ago it was definitely about bidets and cleaning my butt for
that's right.
That's
half hour.
And I find that when I feel comfortable with somebody and I'm talking with them, my conversations somehow always end up this way.
That's what, dude.
Where I don't want what am I going to talk about? Like, I don't want to talk about, you know, the current gossip and pop culture. I don't want to talk about, you know, politics. You know, that's not my shit. I want to talk about arm hair, man. I want to talk about the multiverse. I want to talk about our hunter-gatherer.
Yeah, dude.
How we're living incorrectly. That's what I want to talk about. My first band, like my first serious band, was called Through the Discipline. We started in '97, and we had like a 10-year run. We did we did a handful of tours and shit. And that's and there was while I was in that band is when I actually like first met the dudes in Dehumanized, mainly Rich and George. And when they reunited that first time, my good friend, my brother John Collette, was singing for them, and I started to just come down to their practices and their jams and just hanging out with everybody. I would even do like backing vocals at their practices, at some shows also. Like I played with Dehumanized with my old band. We played together. So like I already had that relationship with George and Rich. Dude,
I'm thinking about it right now. I think I could fish for us. I would fish.
Well, yeah, you're like a mechanic, like you're like an engineering kind of.
I've never hunted an animal though, so
me neither.
But I've shot like bow and arrow and shit. But I'd have to make that first.
Yeah. If you threw me in the jungle or in the woods and just like with nothing, and I needed to like, you know, fend for myself just based on what was around me, I would think, I would have a real difficult time at first.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Even to build a fire, I wouldn't know how to fucking build a fire.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like a basic primal skill that we all should know.
If I had a knife, I could start a fire. But
okay, well, we're all going to Anthony's house then.
Or poisonous plants and predators, all that shit, dude.
Yo, I'm having deja vu. I'm having deja vu right this second. Just want to tell
you,
dude.
That's what's up. That's another trippy thing too, dude. Right?
I've had this conversation with you guys about Bill already. I know this is familiar.
So isn't that crazy? That's another thing that we were talking about earlier with Infinity. This conversation has already happened, guys.
Oh, shut up with the Infinity shit.
What the fuck, dude? I just said it earlier. Which that is definitely evil, dude. That's evil shit. So also, okay, here's the real thing, guys. Humans like to fuck, and humans like to make other humans. You know, I went outside and scuffed my knees up and fucking fell on my bike and got super stoked when I got my first kick flip. And
this is the surge alert.
I've had way too much
alcohol per volume.
It's all good though.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get organized maybe, or talk about some, you know, some safer stuff.
No, dude. There's no unsafe. I'm just saying we want to talk about your journey, dude. Your journey. We're 2 hours in. We do want to know about like
into that journey. I need to find out.
You know, joining Dehumanized and tell us about.
I want to know about that
time with like all the tour stories. We love all that shit, dude.
Yeah. So like coming up, you know, with in the New York death metal scene and everything, really Dehumanized was my favorite. They still are my favorite band out of, you know, with all due respect to Suffocation, Mortician, you know, Internal Bleeding, Pyrexia, you know, Immolation. Really, like for me personally, Dehumanized was my favorite out of all of them, and mainly because
I put them up there with all those names that you just mentioned.
And then you had like that weird kid in the corner playing by himself, smashing his truck into the wall, named Malignancy.
Yeah,
that was last week.
Shout out.
And I say that with all the love because they're my brothers. I love Malignancy, and but yeah, Dehumanized was my favorite, man. And then when they came back around that second time, and John Collette wasn't available to sing for them. It was like double the pleasure for me to take on that role because A, I'm a fan, and B, now I get to write for them and you know bring what I can bring to the table. And really Dehumanized was my first death metal band. Really, in all the bands I had been to prior, I was more of like a thrash hardcore type of singer, mid-range, high yells. I would pepper in some death metal growls here and there, but like Dehumanized was my first just straight, strict, guttural death metal band. And yeah, when we got together, we were clear on the goals from the beginning. Like George was like, "Yo, priority number one, let's finally fucking put out a new album," because Prophecies Foretold was 1998, and this is 2011. Like, yo, it's about fucking time to humanize out a new album, and we were all aboard. Like, let's finally fucking do this shit.
The whole discography is great. I started with Prophecies because I bought it, 2 hours. Fuck, man, this alcohol. 2 years after it came out. That 2 or 3 years after it came out was when I started listening to Dehumanized. And
from Prophecies, yeah,
wow,
Prophecies was 98, and Control Delete came out in 2012. And then Beyond the Mind came out in 2016. Actually, tomorrow is the anniversary of Beyond the Mind. It's already fucking 6 years old. That's crazy to me.
I'm like losing my mind over it. I'm like, shit's going way too quick. But
not trying to go into the weeds, but it's the more thoughts you have, dude, the more things you have to think about. And the more, I think maybe we're just a jar that has a capacity, dude.
I'll kind of like bring us back around.
Thank you,
please. Yes.
Yeah.
Pull us out of the weeds, please, dude.
And then when I joined Dehumanized, I took the mindset of, you know what, we'll do what we can, and I'm not expecting it to be my career, and I'm just gonna just enjoy mainly the whole musical aspect of it and the artistry and everything. And then ironically, I ended up accomplishing more as a musician with Dehumanized, having my most success with Dehumanized than in my previous bands. So it's like when I didn't want the success per se, that's when it kind of came. With Dehumanized, I was able to play in Europe for the first time. I was able to tour Europe for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I was able to play in South America for the first time.
Jesus.
I was able to, release albums on a solid fucking independent label and Comatose Music. Shoot a music video. I never shot a music video before I was in Dehumanized, in an official looking one and shit. The rest would just be Bomb City.
Yeah. You're not just like a leg trying to morph like on its own.
We're all in the cockpit together.
Yeah, dude. All eyes. They're all just hanging on every single word that you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so many times. I mean, I'm sure you all can attest. So many times where I had to kind of like play it cool on stage while there was technical difficulties or
it's like a dog when they said that with like dogs are like, you don't act scared. Like it's the same thing. It's the same kind of sense, but like a more dialed in one with humans. It's like, I think don't run away, don't do it. It's like because they'll like they can sense it, Like if he trips over a wireless cord, then maybe you'll laugh a little bit. It's like, hello, how are you? How nice to let me sign your autograph. Okay, if you don't, if you like, I can't sign an autograph right now, they'll be like, oh, what a piece of shit! Like fuck that guy forever, So it's. I don't know why I turned into that.
Especially.
But now it's who's got the sickest sneakers. I want my brains until I blink out. I want my brains to be just like this until I blink out. That's the thing that I don't want to lose my shit at the end, dude. I just want to be like my Nano, dude. He had his wit all the way to the end.
What is that?
Anthony. 90.
What? Anthony, what does Nano mean in Italian?
Grandpa.
To the because people, when you said that a million times when we were talking growing up, I was like, Nano, is that the boy or the girl? I have no. It's like it's an Italian term of endearment for your grandpa, right?
Yeah, that's what we call him.
Not everyone's Italian, so
he made it to. I'm Sicilian. He made it to 90 with it till the end, dude. Didn't lose shit. So yeah, you want that maybe, and you just want to fucking rage as long as you can, healthily. You gotta. The health thing needs to. We're on the back end now, guys. I just turned 38. I need to start watching my shit, dude. Maybe not so many tall cans every Thursday night.
Yeah.
That's water, dude. But
Yeah, it's just sparkling water, dude.
yeah, I have the get to once you turn 38, you have to go to the 8%ers. But
you got to go kind of big, Well,
It's
Vegas is always a go big place, but I mean, Reno's a go big place for the older crowd, dude.
Exactly.
What was it? John Esquaga's. Hey, all right, dude. Fuck. Let's get out of this weeds. So many weeds, Michael.
I know, Michael. Actually, you bring it out of us. It's
it just happens, man. Like
no,
I said,
it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that
I'm only growing this out right now for a Halloween costume. Actually,
oh, nice. What's it gonna be?
I can't tell you.
oh, it's a surprise. I back the surprise until Halloween. There's a few people that are like, I'm not telling you until you see me.
I'm gonna blow mine now. I actually wanted to take a picture of it and send it to you today, but for the first time ever, I'm gonna be
That was
a
actually
banana.
Vincent.
I'm gonna be a banana.
A banana, yes.
You're rocking the banana, nice.
Yeah.
I
So,
when
I thought you guys
Casey.
would be more stoked, but you guys might.
So a little backstory. What was it? Last episode or something? I said I've never seen Joel eat a banana. I've never seen the.
Speaking of like back episodes, Danny Nelson, he does the illest Halloween costumes. He goes all out with his shit. He transforms, yo. He takes on the character and everything. Full makeup, whatever. He's nasty with Halloween costumes.
Dude,
that's awesome.
We just realized it kind of just happened to where we had 3 New York people in a row in the last 3 weeks, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. You had Basil, right?
We had Chris,
and then Danny, and then me,
and then Danny, and then you. Yep.
Also, Guy Marchese, like Marche showed up in the, so it's actually 4.
Yeah,
that's what's up, dude. See,
New York people are fucking awesome. I mean, they have a style to them that I like respect so much. Like being in California, it's just kind of like straight up, like funny, like ripping on each other. Someone, I think Jesse from Incinerate texted me this morning. He was like, "Dude, that one with a guy and shit." He's always dying, laughing how hard he was getting like ripped on, and just being like,
roast, like the roast mentality. The roast mentality is
keeps you honest. Keeps you honest. You can't be like sheltered by anything. It's like we're making fun of you constantly, and you got to come back, or else what?
Guys, like, let me show you my gear, and he's like, it's a fucking museum. like, you don't fucking touch any of that.
Very sarcastic, very cynical.
Yeah, dude. Chris made me laugh harder than probably a lot of episodes of the show, dude. I laughed pretty fucking hard that day, dude.
Like I wanted him and Guy to start a fucking podcast. I was like, you guys like have this natural ripping on each other thing, but they're like smiling the whole time. They're not like taking it personally, going like, what? They're like, whatever, dude. You fucking your socks roll short, dude. I don't know, like why do you like red Gatorade? They'll, like make up like just like these deep jokes, these deep jabs on each other, and everyone's just like they're fucking going nuts on each other, I need to be off camera.
You're kind of on the circuit right now. You got Vox and Hops coming up.
Next
week, right?
Next week, we're talking with Matt, and we were supposed to do this for the first book too. I forgot why it fell through, but this time around, now we seem to be good to go. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Nice, dude.
I mean, of course, like being a Cryptopsy fan myself,
right.
It's gonna be a fucking pleasure getting to chat with him. I would be happy just talking to him about Cryptopsy the whole time. Like fuck plugging my book. Just talk about Cryptopsy. That'll be good.
It'll be 3 times less than this time wise. about I think he does an hour, right?
I think so, yeah.
But you guys might, I don't know how he does it, but if you might talk longer than that and he just edits the best parts or whatever, I don't know how he does that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But as far as time goes, it's 1 right now over here, and I have to be up at 6.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we should probably wrap it up for you then, bro.
We're out.
Trust me, I'm in no fucking rush. I don't need to be good for my day job. Fuck them. I don't need to be on point for that bullshit. So whatever.
That is true. Like it's all about like when you have like something that you're looking forward to, but you have something that makes you money, you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna be as good as I can for this next day. And it's
Friday tomorrow. I mean, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, man. It's awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Mike, that was sick. That was especially being on the East Coast. You're 3 hours ahead of me, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I gotta work tomorrow. But you're like, dude, it's fucking. I gotta wake up at 6, and it's fucking 1. I'm like, but no, thanks for hanging out, man. I mean, you were drinking vodka out of that glass, right?
No, water.
I'm just kidding.
I can't do vodka. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I like bourbon.
Me too.
I love bourbon. That's my only spirit of choice now at my age is a good bourbon.
Vodka's harsh with me, man. I don't know. For some reason, it's harsh.
It's just alcohol is what vodka is, right? It's like alcohol. It's not like a taste or anything. It's just add alcohol to whatever you're doing. It's like whiskey has like a taste, like a distinct thing, and like tequila and everything. Like vodka's like a clear, like rubbing alcohol. It's a little bit more. It's like tasteful.
Bourbon on the rocks. Let it open up. 5 minutes of sitting in the ice, and then maybe I'll have my cocktail of choice is just old fashioned, but that's just adding sugar to bourbon.
Yeah. I love old fashions.
Oh, I love them too, dude.
They're my favorite.
All right, well, dude, this was rad.
I think this was the most eclectic episode, right? I mean, this is the most.
I don't know. There's 103 now, dude. We could go back and find a pretty eclectic one probably in there somewhere. But no, this was definitely
spaced out.
As far as the weeds, we call them the weeds on this show, dude. Yeah. We've gone deep.
We're going to straight shredding right now. This is going to be fucking Max Anomalous for rating right now because we love him.
Nice, dude. I love Max, dude.
Cool.
He was with us on our 100th episode. Love you, Max, dude.
So love you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
He teased some new Anomalous, dude, on that show. Go back and listen to it. He surprised me and said that they're working on that shit, but with little words. But yeah,
where
Battle Forge Coffee. With as little words as possible. He's trying not to give it too much away. But yeah, Powerless Machine, dude.
Powerless Machine. Fucking
November 15th, new book.
That's the official release. You can pre-order it now, you said, on ebook, but November 15th is when you can get a physical.
You can get the paperback. Yep, November 15th.
I'll be getting the paperback, dude.
I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, dude. No, I'm very interested. I want to read your poetry. I'm a poet myself. We didn't talk too much about that, but I'm the front man of Odious and all that shit. I've been writing poetry, but we wanted to make this about you, dude.
That's how to get to it.
But this, there could be another episode in the future where you and I can go deeper into poetry.
Yep. Hell yeah, man!
It's a very, very important art form for me, as well as the music that we were involved in. Poetry is right up there with that. So, yes, dude.
Thank you for letting me come on here and just fucking talk about my shit.
No, dude, this was really cool, dude.
Yeah.
We had a great time tonight.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
Allow me to, shit on civilization. Thank you, man.
That's all good.
No problem, dude. I'm
like, whatever, dude. Whatever.
We let you take our hands down into that rabbit hole, dude, and it's all good.
Yeah. That was rad. No, I mean, you actually made some good points at the end towards about like the agriculture, like turning it back and using an analogy for what I was talking about. I was like, Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe you're right, but it's fine. Everything's good.
Yeah. It's all good, man.
All right. Well, love you guys. Go buy that book. Go do what you need to do to support this man. He's an interesting dude, and had a great time tonight. BattleForgeCoffee.com. Get your coffee fix over there, and we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Rock on.